Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Friday. It is the 8th day of July. Today is National Chocolate with Almonds Day. I love that combination, by the way. Wouldn't you say chocolate with almonds are pretty darn good?
Oh, yeah.
And here's the thing. Why is the chocolate with almonds like, we'll just use Hershey's. You get a Hershey bar, and they've got like the little squares on there where you can break them apart. Mm-hmm. But you get a Hershey bar with almonds, they don't have that. You got to eat the whole thing in one bite.
Well, because it would be awfully hard to break an almond in half with a little peripheral line.
Couldn't they just place the almonds, one in each piece? I mean, I don't want to do your job for you there, Hershey's, but...
Oh, no. I think the Hershey's with almonds is already perfection.
They got it all figured out? Okay. It's also National Freezer Pop Day. So celebrate accordingly. And I've got a guest coming up here in a bit. Usman Ali is my guest, and he's got a new program out. It's called God's Favorite Idiot. I'm excited to chat about that. Coming up.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. A study of people with dogs revealed 30% think the first 2 years of owning a pooch are the hardest. 23% admit that they had no idea how much work went into training a pup. 21% said they were left with ruined carpets because of their disobedient doggy. And what else is on the list here? 43 minutes. Oh, what is going on here? Owners spend an average of 21 hours a month on training after bringing a puppy home. 43 minutes a day is what that works out to. Takes an average of 6 months of training to get the basics sorted out. All of these stats emerged in a study by a pet health insurance company, and they say that they've had an increase, 87% increase in policies that were issued between 2019 and 2021. So more people getting pet insurance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of interesting. Does our dog have insurance?
No, she does not have insurance. I figure we should probably get some on us first.
That's probably true. So anyway, I've got the whole entire story. I'm reading through this, and it's kind of hard to understand because I don't know much about pet insurance, but it is in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know Canada will require that companies add warnings to the front of prepackaged foods with high levels of saturated fat, sugar, or sodium starting in 2026? Health Canada says their labels are meant to help consumers make healthier choices, as those nutrients have been linked to conditions like obesity, stroke, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and certain types of cancer. The new labels will complement rather than replace the more detailed nutrition information that's typically on the packaging. So they're saying, no, those things won't go away. This will be complementary. It'll be added to that. So there you go. You order a Snickers bar, and it's nothing but like, there's a whole label. Tiny little word Snickers on the end over here. I don't even know if that label will be on a Snickers. And here's the thing I have to say. I don't think that it's bad to have the information out there, but I'm telling you right now, I already know the stuff that I'm eating is not healthy. And that label is not... And
most people who buy those things know that what they're buying is not healthy, and those additional labels are not going to change.
But there you go. Yeah. We don't know everything, but now we know this. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Kelsey Grammer is teasing the long-awaited Frasier revival. He's saying it could begin shooting this fall. Viacom CBS officially greenlit Paramount Plus series last February. In an appearance on The Talk, Grammer said there were some conversations about shooting this in October, maybe a little later. There are a couple of other things coming up. He confirmed that they are in the final stages of the final script for the first episode of Frasier's reboot. It looks pretty good. He said, I've had a couple of runs through it, and I've cried, so I'm happy. He played Dr. Frasier Crane on the original series from 1993 to 2004. But here's the thing. He was also Dr. Frasier Crane on Cheers in the 80s. So he's been Dr. Frasier Crane for a long, long time.
I absolutely cannot wait.
I'm excited, yeah. And Woody Allen may be one of the most prolific directors of modern times, but he's ready to hang it up. 86-year-old Annie Holm filmmaker was in a rare interview recently, and he said that he's going to be retiring from directing. So he's 86. I mean, he has the ability to do that.
Take some time off,
why not,
man.
At least go part-time. I don't know. Big screen, little screen. Brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year, we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. In order to save the environment and our health, a new study argues that people should give up the sweets and fried foods they love so much. Okay, researchers in Australia and New Zealand concluded that the production of unhealthy foods or junk food has a negative effect on the Earth's ecology as well as an eater's health. The team found sweets, pastries, processed meats are all fatty foods, bad for the environment, they say. They looked at 20 studies on the environmental impact of food consumption in Australia and New Zealand, finding the unhealthier foods produce more greenhouse gases. So,
of course they do.
All right. And over here, what's the first thing you see when you walk into a friendly neighborhood store, like a grocery store? A common sight to walk in and you bump into fresh flowers.
Oh, yeah, right up front usually.
Yeah, big
all wrapped.
bouquets of flowers.
Yeah?
There's no coincidence to this. Paco Underhill, founder and CEO of a behavioral research firm, consulting firm EnviroCell, says if you can get someone's nose and saliva glands working, they become much less disciplined shoppers. So that flowers are there to wake you up, shock your system. And then when you walk in, you're like, oh, wow, I need a giant jar of this.
I could see that.
Yeah, so they say that your noses pick up the aroma, signaling freshness, telling your brain this place has good stuff.
Okay.
Psychologically, your brain says, hey, if this store can manage fresh flowers and sell
then I'm sure they've got fresh food.
They're not gonna sell me stale food. And, they don't say that, but that's what your brain thinks.
That's interesting.
It's one way the store indirectly influences your behavior and encourages you to part more readily with your cashola.
Huh.
So holiday music is another effective strategy. Psychologists call that misattribution. They say you're in a good mood and you're ready to shell out for the holiday season, not fully realizing it's because of the music and all the twinkly lights. So there's a little bit of psychology behind it.
And that's why those show up earlier and earlier every year.
Exactly. Scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday. Our guest today, Usman Ali, is in a new program called God's Favorite Idiot. I love that program name.
God's Favorite Idiot, yeah.
That's just such a silly thing. Now, in this, you've got, it looks like a really fun character. I just watched the trailer. I'm looking forward to seeing this, by the way. Melissa McCarthy, Ben Falcone, a great cast of people. And I'll have you give everybody like a snapshot of what's happening in God's Favorite Idiot.
So God's Favorite Idiot is about a mid-level tech employee named Clark, played by Ben Falcone, who one day finds out that he is sort of randomly glowing, and he doesn't really know why. And it keeps coming and going. And his co-workers, including myself, Mohsen Raza, and Emily Clark, played by Melissa McCarthy, we sort of get enlisted to try to figure out, well, what is happening to our friend? Why is he glowing the way he is? And it turns out that he is being spoken to by God, and he has to get God's message out because there is an otherworldly battle happening where Satan is winning against God. And God has enlisted Clark to sort of get people to do better, to be better to each other in the hope that, hey, we can win this battle against evil. So we're not doing very well at the moment. So the story just follows Clark and his friends as they figure it out. And it's really just about kind of imperfect people, kind of flawed people who have their problems, who are just trying to do better, all the while going through some really fun and funny experiences along the way.
It's a comedy with an amazing cast, and some of you have worked together before, haven't you?
Yes, that's correct. I've worked with Melissa and Ben a couple of times before on a show called Nobodies and also in Superintelligence. And then, Kevin Dunn and I were on Veep for a while on HBO, which was a lot of fun. It's always the best thing when you get on set and you know the person that you've worked with before. You have a bit of a repartee and just at ease with each other. So that's kind of what made the show so much fun too, is just working with people that you know, what they bring to the table, and just kind of having a blast and improvising. And yeah, it was great.
It's available on Netflix right now. But when did you guys actually start working on this project?
We were actually shooting this last year in Australia, where we shot the show. So we completed at the end of the summer last year, and we've just been sitting waiting for it to get put together and ready to bring out to everybody.
And this project we've been talking about, God's Favorite Idiot, it's available right now on Netflix. And in addition to that, you've got a program coming to Hulu. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, Grim Teddy is a movie coming out to Hulu. We don't have a release date just yet, but we're really excited about it. It is a horror film, and it's about what happens when a meme comes to life and how kids have to deal with these sorts of things that are going on in their lives, where things are telling them to do certain things, and how parents are dealing with their own paranoia of the things that their kids are doing online, and sort of how this meme sort of takes over the world of this family as they struggle to figure out what's going on. It's really fascinating, very timely, but also really scary too. So yeah, we're really excited for that one to come out as well. Again,
Grim Cuddy will be coming to Hulu sometime in the near future. And the other program we've been talking about is called God's Favorite Idiot. That's available right now on Netflix. A lot of different opportunities for streaming movies and TV shows. It's kind of a good time to be alive as far as entertainment, isn't it?
Yes, I often talk about this being sort of like a golden period, of television, because there's so many options. But what the really great thing is that the options are good too. There's like really high quality work on all these different streaming services and networks. So as an actor, it's a great time to be here, because you have all these options to work with really great people who are giving license to create really cool work. And that was kind of what happened with God's Favorite Idiot too, Ben being given this platform to write this show, kind of like a passion project of his own. I know that he had mentioned to us that he had actually written a book initially when he was in his 20s. And now, all these years later, he's had a chance to make it, because I think, there's all these platforms and options for people to create work, to create content and put it out there. And yeah, it's really a wonderful time.
And the other thing that's cool, some of your programs from the past, Veep, Suits, Series of Unfortunate Events, now they get like a whole new life in streaming.
I know. And what's so funny? Like shows like Suits, I still get people coming up to me and talking about the character I played on the show, and sometimes I'm like, wow, how are people still watching this? And I'm like, oh, right. It's because it's on all these streaming services, and that's why suddenly, it's weird, because I'm like, oh, I would have figured that would have passed by now, but I still get it to this day where people are like, oh, I saw you on Suits and I hated your character, which is a great thing to me, because that means I did my job.
Absolutely. Hey, thanks again for your time today. We appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. Have a wonderful time.
Our guest, Usman Ali, and you can see him right now in God's Favorite Idiot. It's streaming now on Netflix.
What can I say that I haven't already said about BetterCreditCards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At BetterCreditCards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Canadians say sorry so often that the Apology Act was passed in 2009, declaring an apology cannot be used as legal evidence as admission of guilt.
Oh, yeah.
I could see that. I say sorry a lot, maybe too often.
Yeah.
There are times you're like, stop saying you're sorry. I'm like, I'm so sorry. You did it again. Sorry about that. Stop it. Okay, sorry.
There are times I take over your email responses
She
because
did.
I'm like, this
So you
looks
gotta
like
stop it.
your...
Yeah, you did
Yeah.
something wrong. You've done nothing
Yeah.
wrong. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Let me answer
Let me
this
scoot
one.
over here and let you do that. She doesn't use the word sorry. She uses other words. All right. Hey, fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
If a man's tie is too tight, his vision gets worse. Yeah. So don't wear your ties too tight.
Really?
I don't know if that works for women too. It just says in here, man's tie. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Worker performance declines by about 1% for every degree that an office temperature varies, either hotter or colder from 72 degrees.
Really?
So declines if it gets hotter, declines if it gets colder. So they're saying 72 is the perfect temp for an office.
Okay.
Didn't get to many fun facts, but now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Yay! It's brought to you by mintervention.com. Here's your question today, Heidi. 8 out of 10 married people say they cannot trust their spouses to do this.
Get
What is it?
groceries.
No. Wait. You don't like it when I get groceries?
No, the stuff you come home with. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with it?
Hey, look what was on sale. In our kitchen right now, I have a full pineapple that I got over a week ago.
That we've not cut. I'm like,
I said, hey, look, I got a pineapple. She looked at me
you
like,
sure did.
why'd you get a pineapple? I'm like, I don't know. Sorry. The answer, by the way, is wake them up in the morning. 8 out of 10 married people say, I can't trust you to wake me up. So it's good to know.
Yeah, that's
Mint
not the
Mobile
case at our house.
question-
You wake me up all the time.
I try, I do. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way courtesy of mintervention.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. Things are tough all over. How tough? Well, some stores are considering the unthinkable, paying you to keep the item you were going to return. Wait a minute, what? Bear with me. It sounds really weird, but it's a real thing. Recent weeks, some of the biggest stores in the United States, like Target, Walmart, Gap, and American Eagle, have reported that they have too much inventory, ranging from workout clothes to spring jackets and hoodies and garden furniture and kids' toys. It's costing them a bunch of money to store it, and the merchandise that gets returned adds to the problem. So these stores are considering, handing customers their money back and saying, you keep the stuff, we don't want it back.
Wow.
Yeah. In cases where a company determines that the item a customer is returning would cost them more to store and restock and refurbish, they would advise the customer just donate it or return it, and we'll just give you all your money back. Some companies reportedly are considering 100% the keep it return policy.
Oh, my God.
And they're saying that if that happens, it would happen later this year. That is so bizarre. It doesn't make any sense to me. That's why it's here. It's weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for The List, brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. We had the first half of The List yesterday, the best TV programs
Yes,
of 2022
we did.
so far. This is the second half. By the way, there's a bunch of information on all of these, so if you happen to go, oh, hey, I don't know what that is, in the show notes for yesterday and now for today at johnandheidishow.com. Here's the second half of the list. Shorzy streams on Crave, and it's a spin-off of Letterkenny. So if you like that, you go, oh, hey, I might like this one. Slow Horses, it streams on Apple TV. Pachinko streams on Apple TV. Let me see what else is on here. Conversations with Friends streams on Amazon Prime Video. We Own This City streams on Crave, and The Staircase streams on Crave. Now, I've actually seen the documentary about The Staircase. This is different. This is actually a dramatization of what happened.
Okay.
So I've not seen that. I've got this entire list, and like I said, it's the second half. The first half was yesterday, but you can find it all in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of insurancechicken.com. Heidi's breathing loudly over here.
I was
like,
sighing, and
what
he
are
was
you
looking
doing?
at me like, really?
You're going to go on the air. It's over there. Sorry, Marge Simpson. All right, your quote of the day today is from Judith Martin. She says, if you can't be kind, at least be vague.
Okay. I like that.
Heidi. All right, that is your quote of the day. Comes your way, courtesy of insurancechicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with some good news, and I think this is good news. It's a happy story, but also kind of a sad story, and then maybe a happy story again. So here we go. It's brought to you by radiotravelgroup.com. Social media was furious on behalf of Kevin Ford. Now, this is the thing that I think, again, it's a happy story. Kevin Ford is a food service employee. He recently posted on Instagram a video of him unwrapping a thank you gift that he got for 27 years of perfect attendance working at the Burger King at Las Vegas McCarran International Airport.
Okay.
27 years, never missed a single
missed a
job
day.
ever, never. So he was so excited about his gift that he posted it on Instagram. And then the internet went crazy because they're like, wait, that's all you got for 27 years? Here's what he got. The internet was underwhelmed by seeing this dedicated employee got a reusable Starbucks cup, some candy, a pen, and a single movie ticket. Not even a pair, so he could bring somebody.
So you could take somebody
Yeah.
with him.
So after the internet thoroughly told Burger King they could, do better, in over a week, his daughter's online call for appreciation of a good man who works at this Burger King. She's like, hey, you know what? If you want to do something about it, do something. Don't just complain. Here's how you... Well, $270,000
Whoa!
has come in.
Whoa!
5,000 of that was from comedian David Spade. I think that's really
that's
cool.
That's fantastic.
And he also, by the way, has been offered a bunch of jobs.
I bet he has,
Because-
with work ethic like
Yeah,
that.
and here's the thing. I don't know if you know this, but there are a lot of companies
A lot
right
of
now
people looking for work.
for people.
Yep.
They're looking for people to fill jobs, and they're going, okay, you've been here 27 years. You've never missed a day.
Come and work
Yeah.
with us. We
And-
will take
And
good
they're going,
care of
hey,
you.
here's $7 worth of stuff for you.
Yeah.
And there's people
Wow.
online going, dude, come work for us.
Huge
So,
mistake, Burger
Kevin
King.
Ford is the guy's name, and I got a feeling that we're going to probably get an update later saying, hey, Kevin, remember that guy? And now he got this new job doing this. I bet that, again,
Wow.
the sad thing to me is he was thrilled to just get the cup. Like, he was like, hey, look what I
That's
got.
not
This is-
sad. That's very sweet.
No, but I just think it's sad that people almost made him feel bad about it. He's like, well, I was happy with that. I love that part of the story, but it's cool that people, the huge blessing that has
people
come
understand
in.
his
Yeah.
worth. I
Absolutely.
think that's fantastic.
All right. Time
And
to
it
say-
sounds to me like he should understand his worth a little better
Absolutely.
as well.
Yeah, true. All right, time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.